Hello and welcome to another article from the Academy of Historical Fencing. On this particular video we're going to be looking and considering the ideas of solo practice and solo drills, and by that we mean training by yourself at home or not with a club or actual other individuals. And people always ask us, can you actually train at home? Is there a way of actually learning these systems by yourself without a training partner? I'm going to go into a little bit on the detail of this now, and firstly I'd like to say no, you cannot learn an actual martial art like this by yourself. There are some things you can do, there's some beginner basic stuff you can do, and there's some conditioning drills you can do, but if you actually want to learn the system, you need an opponent. So that's just essentially the basics of it, is find somebody you can train with, ideally find an instructor, if not find like-minded people that you can actually work with. So yes, you do need training partners. However, what can you do solo, either to supplement your training or in the time when you can't get to training, or if you can't get to a club for say a few months or whatever like that, or you want to actually strengthen yourself up or condition yourself, what can you do? Well, the first thing is go to the 6-cut cutting drill. That's about the most important thing you can possibly do at home by yourself, because all you need is something in your hand that represents a sword and ceilings that are high enough that you're not going to take chunks out of them. So go into your back garden, or if you happen to live in a lavish house with really high ceilings, great. Go into a park, as long as it's not with a sharp sword. So yeah, by yourself you have something that resembles a sword, and because it's not partnered it doesn't actually have to be a sword, and it doesn't have to be particularly robust, but something that is actually weighted and feels like a sword if possible would be ideal. Just buy something like a night shot basket hilt or a long sword from them, that'll be fine. So yeah, just get that, you don't need any gear, and practice the 6-cut cutting drill. And that 6-cut cutting drill can be done with the long sword as well, and essentially is very useful to the vast majority of sword types you're going to want to actually use. And what that 6-cut cutting drill will teach you is a range of attacks flowing from one to another. It also includes some parries, and it will condition your arm really, really well. I've gone to groups before and said to them in advance, when they haven't sort of studied rapier or sabre before, spend actually a month conditioning your arm to actually, with this 6-cut cutting drill regularly, every few days practice it, condition it before I actually get there to teach you, because it will make a massive difference. And it really does. Is if you actually do, every few days for a month, actually do that 6-cut cutting drill for 15 to 20 minutes ideally, it'll make a massive difference to the conditioning. With British military sabre, for example, and rapier, it's these forearm muscles in your lead arm that really take the strain. It's not the shoulder like people might think. Something like Polish sabre, yeah, you really throw the shoulder into it, but British military sabre and rapier, it's all in the forearm, so you're not going to build big bulging muscles anyway. You just need to condition that arm to be nice and strong, and the only way you're going to do it is don't mess around with gym weights or something like that. I mean, fair enough if you want to actually build strength and fitness, whatever else, but as far as conditioning for your sword arm, do drills like the 6-cut cutting drill. It really will build that strength. So that's the priority. Get something in hand that is sword-like and sword-weight if possible, do the 6-cut cutting drill, and then integrate it with the footwork that you've seen in the footwork video. And as just one extra basic drill I can give you is, if you watch the footwork drill, you've got the advanced step, you've got the retreat step, and you've looked at the 6-cut cutting drill, then combine them together. So step, lunge, cut, things like that, you can combine them in different orders. And one of my personal favourites is lunge and recover as you do your cut. So as you do cut 1, you lunge, as you do cut 2, you recover. Then cut 3, lunge, cut 4, recover, cut 5, lunge, cut 6, recover. So that's one of the best solo drills I can possibly give you. And also your point work as well, again, practice your lunge and recovery on that. Practicing the body mechanics of lunge recovery and your 6-cut cutting drill is some of the best things you can do. The only issue you've got is practicing solo, is you haven't got somebody there, an instructor of some kind, pointing out different issues of what you've got to try and help you improve. Now, you can look at our videos and there's quite a lot of advice on there, and if you're really getting into it, shoot a video of it and send it to us, even just as an unlisted or a private video, and we will actually give you some recommendations or advice on how you can improve in that way. So there you go. Can you learn a martial art like we do solo? No. You can pick up the basics, you can condition yourself, and you can do some extra training on top of what you're doing in an actual club, but you can't get a whole system. But what I would say is, if you're getting one session a week or something like that, or one session a fortnight, as a lot of HEMA people do, it'd be really beneficial for you to actually just go out in the garden every few days, or even once a week, and just do 15 minutes, 6-cut cutting drill. You'll be amazed at what that'll do for your arm strength and your blade alignment and generally your blade control generally. So there you go, solo training for you. I hope you enjoyed the video.